Today in this lecture we will learn about cutting tool life. In the just previous class, today's previous class, I've talked about tool wire. Means different type of tool wires. There are like grater wire, flank wire, nose wire, and sometimes wire is wire at the edge of the cutting tool. Okay, so wiring means wire out of the tool means means losing its life means जितना वायर होगा means उतना tool life घटेगा. Okay, so tool life means this tool performance means how much time कितना time तक ये tool use किया गया है. So this is actually counted as tool life. Okay. So, due to the tool wire, obviously there is a term that is tool life. Means in the previous class, I've discussed actually tool tool life. So means along this horizontal axis, x-axis, this is represented as a tool life T. Okay, T is denoted as a tool life or machining time. Okay, so this is actually sorry machining time T, and along this y-axis this is flank wire. So in the previous class I have talked that this flank wire fast rapidly increases, then it goes to a steady state rate means uh, between these regions. Suppose I am considering VC2. So this curve up to this range actually tool wire the tank wire increases rapidly, then it increases a constant steady state rate. Then the tool wire that is the tank wire increases rapidly, and ultimately this is actually the failure zone. Okay, means after this is the failure zone, and uh, so we will consider up to this. And so this much of machining time means after this much of machining time we will not consider that tool for the next for cutting purpose. Okay, so means after reaching this time we have to resharpen the tool. So this is actually the tool life. Okay. So now, tool life is generally defined by the span of actual uninterrupted machining time. Means how much time has span in machining. Okay, machine time through which the tool or tool tip renders desired services and the satisfactory performance, and after which the tool needs replacement. Means after that amount of time, that much of time, either have to be replace the tool or to resharpen the tool. Okay, so this is actually the tool life. Means this is up to a uh, certain period. Means a certain uh, amount of time. Okay. So definitions according to R&D applications, actual machining time means this is actually period by which a fresh cutting tool satisfactorily works. Means satisfactorily works means by using this cutting tool we will get the finished surface, closed tolerances. Okay, so this actually satisfactorily works. Less cutting force required. So all these satisfactorily works. Means these actually these are the satisfactorily works. So means this is the actual machining time. Means time in period by which a fresh cutting tool satisfactorily works. After which it needs replacement or reconditioning. Okay, means after that period have to be either replace the tool or reconditioning. Reconditioning is like resharpening the tool. Okay, the modern tools hardly fails prematurely or abruptly by mechanical breakage or rapid plastic deformation. Okay, these fail mostly by wiring process, which systematically grows slowly with the machining times. Means whenever increasing the machining time, this wiring out from the surface of the cutting tool is gradually increases. Okay, in that case, tool life means the span of the actual machining time, means how much time span during the machining time. So this span of the machining time, actual machining time, is actually represented as a tool life. Mostly tool life is decided by the machining time, like flank wire. So means this tool life actually decided the machining time. Means machining time means how much time performed by the tool for machining operation, and till the flank wire means up to the flank wire start. Okay, till the flank wire. I mean, say actually that in the last class I have told the range of the flank wire means zero point 0.5 to zero point 0.6. After that range, the tool, the cutting tool may suddenly break. So we only allow that much of flank wire. Okay. So before that much of flank wire, the how much time the tool is span, that is the measure of the tool life. Okay. According to industry's shop floor, this tool life, the length of time of satisfactory services or amount of acceptable output provided by a fresh tool prior to its required to replace or recondition. So this is also same definition, means this is a time period, means a fresh tool, time period of a fresh tool spent in machining before its replacement or reconditioning. Okay. So this tool life criteria. So tool life criteria are first the actual cutting time to failure, means how much cutting time is spent in machining. Okay, up to the failure of the cutting tool. Okay, and sometimes it measures the length of work cut to failure, means how much length of the work cut by cutting tool, means a single point cutting tool up to the failure. Okay, volume of material removed, means how much total volume of material removed to, okay, by that cutting tool up to the failure. Cutting speed for a given time to failure. Number of components produced, means now how much components produced by that cutting tool. These are the criteria of a cutting tool life, for measuring the cutting tool life. Okay. Now there are three ways of assessment of the tool life. Means to assess the tool life, there are actually three ways. Uh, First one, number of pieces of work machine, means how much work per piece have machined by that cutting tool, by using that cutting tool. Okay, so this is the first way or consider way of assessment of the tool life, means measuring the tool life. Okay, this is used commonly when the tool operates continuously, means when a tool operates continuously, then it counts that means how many pieces of work material have machine, means कितना वर्क पीस मैंने उसी टूल से मशीन किया. Okay. Total volume of material removed, means how much total volume of material removed by that tool. So this is used commonly when the tool is used for high stock removal. Okay. total length of cut. Means how much total length is cut by this by using that cutting tool. Oh, okay. So, what are the factors that affect the cutting tool life? So, actually, these are the different factors. These factors affect the these factors affect the tool life. Okay, like tool material. So, means if the tool material is more hard, so obviously the tool life will be more. Okay, so the material of the tool is depends is also affect the tool life. Okay, इन कौन सी मटेरियल से टूल बनाया गया है. Okay, hardness of the tool material. So means how much hardness of the tool, actually mainly the hardness of the cutting tool is uh, more compared to the workpiece. होना चाहिए हार्डनेस, कटिंग टूल की हार्डनेस वर्कपीस की हार्डनेस से ज़्यादा होनी चाहिए. ओके, सो uh, so that's why carbide cutting tool is sometimes used to for its more hardness. Okay, physical properties of workpiece material. And so the properties of the workpiece material, physical properties. So what type of physical properties of the materials are you machining? So this also affects the cutting tool. Surface roughness of the workpiece means if the surface roughness is so rough, then tool life obviously will decrease. And if the surface roughness is more finishing, then obviously tool life will increase. Profile of cutting tool means this also depends what type of profile, if it is straight or are you cutting a U type of grooving or whatever. So according to the shape of the desired product, you have to use different profile of the cutting tool. So okay, so this also depends means suppose uh, suppose you want to groove like this U type, then obviously a U type of grooving tools is required. Okay, so in this case, the tool will be more. Okay, so this the profile of this cutting tool also depends on the tool, and so this is also a affecting factor. Okay, type of machining operations. So what type of machining operations are you performing? Cut and the conditions of machining like a cutting speed, depth of cut, feed. Okay, so means how much cutting speed are you using, how much depth of cut you are using, how much using you are using the cutting speed. So these also affect the cutting tool life. If depth of cut is more, speed is more, then obviously tool life will decrease. Okay. Cutting temperature, if the cutting temperature is more, then obviously the tool life will be decreased. Area of cut means how much area is cutting. Ratio of feed to depth of cut means how much feed are you using, and how much depth of cut you are giving. So this ratio and feed millimeter per revolution, and this millimeter per revolution feed. And so how much speed are you traveling the tool, and how much is the depth of cut. So this actually the depth of cut means kitna depth of cut दिया था. So this ratio means if this ratio is more then tool life will decrease. Okay. Nature and quantity of coolant means what type of coolant are you using. So this also affects the tool life. Shape and angles of the tool. So what shape and what are the different angles and different tool geometry are you using. So these also affects the tool life. So these are the factors that affect the tool life. Now, discussing the all the factors one by one in the tool life. So, like cutting speed and depth of cut. So, cutting speed means so if you plot the cutting speed versus tool life, so then this type of curve will form. That means if you increase this cutting speed, okay, cutting speed in uh, means millimeter per minute. Okay, so if you increase this cutting speed, so if you increase this cutting speed, so obviously from this curve, you are clearly understand that if this increase this cutting speed, then tool life, so tool life will decrease. Means if you increase this cutting speed, then tool life will decrease. Okay, so suppose this is the first case. So in this case, the cutting speed 160. So in this case, tool life is 5. So this is actually in minute. Okay, tool life in minute. Now, in this case, the cutting speed is 130, means decreasing. Okay, so in this case, tool life is 12. In this case, the cutting speed is 100. Okay, so in this case, the tool life is more, 41. So just decreasing this cutting speed means 100 to sorry, increasing this cutting speed means 100 to 130 and 160, then tool life will decrease. Okay, so this is the relation between cutting speed and the tool life. So this relation actually just a linear type of relation. Okay, so tool life decrease with increase the cutting velocity, while feet per tooth is varied. Tool life will decrease with the increase the cutting velocity, and feet per tooth is constant. So when the other parameters are constant, then tool life will decrease with increasing the cutting velocity or speed. Okay. Now what is the role of depth of cut? So if a depth of cut is too small, and so depth of cut means, and suppose uh, so this is the tool. So sorry, this is the workpiece. So depth of cut means if this is the tool, so this is the tool. So depth of cut means how much depth of cut are you giving? So if this depth of cut is too small, then what happen? Then loss of chips control, and so the chips will remove, so you cannot control these chips. Vibration, there may be more vibrations and then the tools. Means the vibration of the workpiece and this vibration will pass on to the tools. So more vibrations will be there, excessive heat may be there, and these are uneconomical. Okay, but if one is actually should be high. So if the depth of cut is high, this one will be high. Down. So if this is high, then a high power consumption required. Inert weight may be there, and increase the cutting force. So depth of cut is more. If this depth of cut is more, then obviously more cutting force is required. Okay. Now if how mm, this depth of cut is related. So here depth of cut. Is- Now, another affecting factors is the feed rate. Okay, feed rate. So means if the feed rate is too high, then rapid flank fire occurs, build-up age will occurs, and these are actually uneconomical. If this build-up age occurs, then what happen? The crater oil will be more. Okay, so feed rate at a high feed rate, the build-up age occurs, and this is actually not recommended. And if this feed rate is too heavy, then loss of chips will be controlled, and cannot control the loss of chips. Poor surface finish produce, crater wear and plastic deformation occurs, high power consumption, uh, high power consumed. Okay, rectangle. So this is the effect of full geometry on tool life. So rectangle. What is the effect of rectangle on cutting tool life? So if this rectangle is increased in positive direction. So positive direction means so actually, so this one is the rectangle. Okay, so positive direction means if you are increasing like this in this direction. Okay, so if this rectangle increase in positive direction, the cutting force and the amount of the heat generated are reduced. Okay, obviously. So actually, in the previous class regarding tool geometry, I've told that if this positive rectangle is increased, or this positive rectangle actually reduces the cutting force because actually and if this angle is increased, then the chip from the workpiece can be removed easily. Okay, so this increases the tool life of the tool. So if rectangle increase in positive direction, okay, means more positive rectangle. So giving more positive rectangle, then the cutting force, so one force required to cut the material will reduce, and the wire means chip can be removed easily. So the wire due to the contact between the chips and the egg face of the tool can easily removed, and no much friction will be there. So crater wear can be minimized, and that's why the tool life can be increased. Okay, so tool life can be increased, but if it is increased too much, means after a certain level, cutting edge is weakened, and capacity to conduct the heat also decrease. Means the tool cutting edge of the tool getting weakened, तो weak हो जाएगा. Okay, if you increase the rectangle too much. Okay, now effect of relief angle. So these are provided on the cutting tool to prevent the rubbing of the tool flank with machined work surface. Okay, so relief angle means which angle is the relief angle? So relief angle means which one? So relief angle
रिलीफ
means this one angle.
साइड साइड से होता है सर
Yes,
रिलीफ.
yes, yes. So side view से.
यस सर.
Yes. तो साइड व्यू से मिलेगा. uh, Okay, so if this relief angle, so relief angle actually the this angles between the this auxiliary flank surface uh, with the machine surface. Okay. So if this relief angle increase, then what happens? The rubbing between this flank surface and the workpiece will reduce or prevent. Okay, rubbing between this tool flank and machine surface. Okay, so thus it reduces the amount of the heat generated and increase the tool life. Okay, means if this rubbing between this machine surface and the tool flank is reduced, then obviously the heat generate कैसे होगा due to the rubbing और the friction कैसे होगा due to the rubbing of two surfaces. Okay, so this the generated heat can be minimized, and that if this generated heat can be minimized, then obviously that tool life will increase. Okay, so if relief angle increase, then tool life also increase. Okay, similarly, if positive rake angle increase, positive direction increase, then tool life also increase. Okay, will also increase. Cutting edge angle. So cutting edge angle, these angles affect a tool wear. Up to a certain value of these angles, higher speed without an adverse effect on cutting tool can be used. Means up to a certain value of this cutting edge angle, I can use a higher speed, uh, higher speed of cutting speed. We can use higher cutting speed. Okay, and up to that amount of angle, this higher cutting speed does not affect on the tool life. Okay, but beyond this cutting edge angle, uh, at a higher cutting speed, the tool life will affect. Okay, now tool material. So tool material means hardness. Tool material means the properties of the tool material. Properties of the material. Material of what? Material of tool. Okay. So properties means what is it? Hardness, wear resistance, shock resistance. Okay. So if the material means tool material hardness, this hardness should be 1 to 1 point means 1 to half times harder than the material. It will be used to machine means जो वर्क पीस से यूज कर रहे हो तो उसको वर्क पीस का जो हार्डनेस है उससे मीन्स 1 टाइम से ज़्यादा होना चाहिए मीन्स डबल होना चाहिए. ओके, so hardness of the cutting tool material should be 1 to half times more compared to the workpiece material. Okay, wire resistance, obviously the tool material should be more wire resistance. Okay, because जो क्रेटर वायर एंड फ्लैंक वायर क्रेटर वायर हो रही है, दिस इज एक्चुअली ड्यू टू द abrasion wire. Abrasion is one type of wire. Okay, wire mechanism. So the tool material should be more wire resistance. Okay, so that such a crater type of wire and fan type of wire will so tool material के ऊपर crater type and fan type की wire नहीं होगी. Okay, shock resistance. So this tool must be more shock resistant because during the cutting vibrations will produce, and these vibrations transforms as shocks to the tool. Okay, so if the tool material does not resist that shock, then there may be chances of breaking of the tool. So this tool material should be very shock resistance and the shock resistance and also the force resistance. Okay. Shape and configuration must be available for use in different size and shapes. Means tool material means जो कटिंग टूल मटेरियल इतना हार्ड है तो उसको मैंने डिफरेंट शेप नहीं दे पा रहे तो यू कैन गिव ए डिफरेंट प्रोफाइल टू द टूल एज में डिफरेंट प्रोफाइल नहीं दे पाऊंगा तो मीन्स डिफरेंट प्रोफाइल मीन्स डिफरेंट product with different profile cannot be possible to machine. Okay. Factor affecting the tool cutting fluid. So this cutting fluid is of cutting fluid. The purpose of this cutting fluid is to minimize the heat. So this heat actually generated due to the friction between the tools and the chips and tool with the machine surface and tip with the uncut surface. Uh, so this cutting fluid is used to minimize the uh, heat. Okay. So reduced heat generation at the CR zone and the friction zone. So actually, uh, 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 during the chip removal, actually two zones are formed. I'll tell these two zones during the chip formation lecture. Okay, so two zones are formed, and at these two zones actually different heat are formed at that two zones. So, okay, so the cutting fluid is required to minimize the uh, temperature at that zones. Okay, this reduces the frictions between the tool and the chips by using the lubricant, effective at a low cutting speed. Oil-based lubricants used to low friction means low friction angles, which means CR angle decreases, which reduces the heat. Chemical formulation, uh, cutting oil, emulsified oils, chemical fluids means different which type of chemicals uh, lubricant are used. Application method, how this lubricant are using. So like prodding mist or manually. Okay, filtration is a filtration or there are not. So all these are uh, the factors that affect the tool life. Now, how we measure this tool wear? So the various methods of measurement of the tool lives are there, like by loss of tool material in various in volume or weight in one lifetime. Means that I have told in the first or second slide that tool life actually depend on the how much tool material tool material sorry how much material removed that is the volume of the material removed by using that tool. Okay, means कितना amount material काट किया by using that tool. Okay, so this method is crude and is generally applicable for critical tool like grinding wheels. So in the grinding wheels, this type of actually grinding wheels is a very critical type of cutting tool. And say in the grinding wheel, abrasive particles are used. So uh, the other means like a फ्लैंक वायर कितना फ्लैंक और वायर हो रही है ये मेजरमेंट करने का मीन्स इट इज डिफिकल्ट टू मेजर इन केस ऑफ ग्राइंडिंग व्हील दिस फ्लैंक टाइप ऑफ वायर. Okay, so in grinding wheel this type of method like means how total volume or weight removed by using only that grinding wheels. Okay, another method is by grooving and indentation method. So this means in this approximate method as depth is measured means how much wire is crater wire actually in crater wire how much depth. So actually in the previous class I've told crater is measured by the depth of the crater. Means so, this is the this is the tool. So crater will occurs like this. So how much depth of the crater occurs? So this one. Okay. So this is the another method means how much the crater where occurs by using that tool. Okay. Another is using optical microscope fitted with micrometer. Very common and effective method. This one, a microscope. By using the microscope, you can easily get the means how much depth and how much area of the crater wire occurs and how much plank wire occurs by getting using a optical microscope. You can view this surface means how much area crater wire occurs and how much plank wire occurs. So, okay, and actually, this type of microscope have the arrangement with measuring arrangement are there. So by viewing the microstructure, you can get the uh, direct measurement from this view means, from this image. Okay, using a scanning electron microscope. So this is a very uh, fine very effective method by using a same. So by using same actually you uh, very accurately can very accurately measure. So this is for a detailed study, both qualitative and quantitative type of study can be used by this using a scanning electron microscope. Means under a scanning electron microscope, you can view the area means how much area the crater wire and tank wire occurs, and by measuring this area uh, and the length of the plank wire. And so how much length of the plank wire occurs, and just this plank wire, plotting this plank wire with respect to the time, कितना time तक वो वो tool वो use किया. Okay, so by plotting this value, uh, you can construct a curve, and from this curve you will get the uh, tool life. Okay. Now this is a tool life determination process. So that I told means suppose means just consider this the uh, considering the cutting velocity for VC1. Okay, and you are taking the plank wire means how much plank wire in millimeter. So plank wire means wire at the plank surface. So this is actually that I have to mention in the previous class. 0.5 to 0.6 mm is the range. Beyond this range is not permissible. Beyond this range, the tool certainly break. So you have to measure this plank wire. So how much plank wire are there after interval of machining time. Suppose after a T1 after this interval of time, you have measured that the flank wire, this amount of flank wire. Then after it, this amount of time you measure that this amount of flank wire there. So just this is the measuring of flank wire after certain intervals of times, and plotting this all these values. So like this. Okay. So after getting the flank wire, this is the measured plank wire measured by either optical microscope or under SCM. So after measuring, we will get different values of flank wires at a different interval of machining times. Okay, and just plotting these values, we will get a curve like this. So this is the tool life curve. Okay, so from this tool life curve, you can determine uh, you can predict the tool life. Okay, now this is for velocity VC1. Now, if you consider the velocity second the higher velocity at VC2, so this VC2 is higher compared to the VC1. Then in this case, obviously at a higher velocity, the at a same interval time, just if you consider that same interval time, so in this case the Planck wire, obviously Planck wire will be more. So consider in this time interval, after this time interval, same time interval, at T4 time, T4 minute. So that Frank wire for VC1 the cutting speed VC1, the Frank wire, you are getting the Frank wire up to this amount. Okay, but using VC2, you are getting uh, this amount of Planck wire. And if you change the velocity, means increase the velocity. If you increase this velocity at VC3, then obviously the Planck wire amount of Planck wire will increase. Okay, like this. So this is the VC4. This is VC4 actually greater than VC3. Okay, so Planck wire will increase. So for different velocity, the different cutting speed, we will get different Planck wire for a constant time interval. Okay, so in this way you will also get different curve. So different curve between the flank wire and that cutting time for different velocity. Okay, so from this curve we can measure the full life. Okay. So now see here, see the VB, here a star mark is given. So VB is 0.3. So in this case, we are considering the campfire up to 0.3 mm. Okay, so you actually normal is zero point 0.5 to 0.6, but for safety purpose, we are considering VB is equal to 0.3 mm. So just we are considering the curve up to this region, yeah, not beyond that time. Okay. Now, from this curve, one equation means so this actually, so now if this if these two lives T1, T2, T3, T4, etc. are plotted against the corresponding cutting velocities. So like this cutting velocities BC1, BC2, BC3, and BC4. So for BC1, you are getting the two life T1, to live T2, to live T3, to live T4. Okay. So if you plot this uh, two life against these velocities, so this cutting velocity, cutting speed, VC1, VC2, VC3, and VC4, then this type of curve uh, can generate. Okay. So for this is the two life. So T along this axis is two life, and along this axis actually cutting velocity VC. So actually those velocity I have considered here. Okay, means VC1, VC2, VC3, VC4. So for VC1, so for means at a higher cutting velocity, at higher cutting velocity, tool life is more, T1 is more. Okay, so just if you plot like this, so at lower cutting velocity, suppose so this is actually VC1, this point. So at lower cutting velocity, uh, the tool life, uh, tool life is more. Okay, so this is the T4 value. Okay, so just see here, there to T4 is sorry T1. This is for VC1. So this for VC1. So for VC1 at a lower cutting speed, tool life is more. Yeah, the denoter change actually T4. Yeah, denote here actually this will be T1. Okay. Again, suppose for the next velocity, this is higher for VC1. So at VC2, obviously, at VC2, the tool life will be less compared to this T4. Okay. So like this, this is for VC3 at a higher velocity. In this case also, the tool life will be less compared to this VC2. Okay, and like this, if you increasing the velocity, okay, then tool life will decrease like this. Okay, and if you plot this these values means this point this point, this is actually the point corresponding to the velocity VC1, means this is the point tool life corresponding to the VC1. Is a tool life corresponding VC2, tool life corresponding VC3, tool life corresponding VC4. Okay, so all the points will get, and if you connect this all these points, then a part type of curve will form. So this is actually a part type of curve. Okay, part type of curve. So part type of curve means there will be the part type of curve relation means the equation of part type of curve will be like this. So y is equal to m into x to the power b, x to the power b. Okay, so this written again. So y is equal to m into x to the power b. So this is the power type of equation. So here just see y means the cutting velocity v, and x means tool life t. Okay, okay. So if you multiply this two means y into this part, so then we will get a constant. M actually the constant. Okay, m is constant here. So in this equation, y is equal to m into x to the power b. So here m is constant and b is the exponent. Okay, so if you multiply this y and x to the power b, then you will get a constant. So that means y means here b. So if you multiplied b and x means t, so b multiplied t, and b here b is represented as n. Okay, so b into t to the power n is a constant value. Okay, okay, understand? So this equation is actually known as the Taylor's tool life equation. B into t to the power n equal to constant. Okay. So now just I am taking another 4 minutes complete it. So just like this. So if you multiplied B1 T1, so this is constant value. B2 T2 constant value. B3 T3 is a constant value. So if this uh, there is a plot, then a linear curve will form. So this is actually the Taylor's equation. Okay, where v is the cutting velocity, c is the constant, n is the exponent. This is the slope actually, and t is the tool life. Okay, So this the values of this N, C, N and C for different materials are there, are listed are there. Okay. So this is actually modified Taylor's tool life equation. So here uh, extra factors is added d to the power x and f to the power y. So d are this d and f is the actually depth of cut and feed. So here depth of cut and feed are considered. Okay. So just considering these two parameters, we get the modified equation. So this is called the modified Taylor's tool life equation. Okay. So so this is one problem given here. So this problem is solved by just considering that bt to the power n is equal to constant. Okay. So just considering that v t to the power n is equal to constant. That means v t to the power n is equal to constant means if you are considering velocity 1 for t1 life, then this will be constant for velocity cutting speed 2 for the tool life getting at cutting speed 2. Okay, like this. And the cutting speed at v3 and the tool life at their cutting speed. So these multiply values will be constant. Okay. So just this is work out at home. I think you can understand this problem. And another, this is actually the from similar problem. So just solve this problem and go to this. This is actually home assignment. Okay. So thank you.
Thank you, sir.